All right, in this video, I'm going over the test review questions for the big one. Excuse me. Number one, what was the general response of people in San Francisco after the earthquake hit in 1906? Use examples from the text to support your answer. So when it says what was the general response, it means what did most people do? Well, how did they respond to this disaster? Well, if you look on page 548, and you look in the section Keeping Hope Alive, you can see what their response was. You know, it mentions, they call it one of the greatest comebacks in history. It mentions that just 5 days after the quake, plans for the first new downtown building were compiled. It says in the first 3 years, 20,000 new buildings went up that were bigger and stronger. So the response was fast. The response was overwhelming that, hey, we are going to stay and we are going to rebuild. And there is the evidence right there in the text. Okay, number two, which do you think was more destructive, the earthquake itself or the fires that started as a result of the quake? Explain your answer with details from the text. Well, again, you want to go to, there's two sides to this argument. If you think the earthquake was more destructive, then you're going to look on page 546 where it says first the shaking, and that describes the destructive power of the actual earthquake. If you disagree, like I believe the author of this text disagreed and thought that the flames were more destructive, you're going to go to page 547 where it says then the flames, and you're going to find evidence from that part of the text that describes how destructive the fires were and how those were more destructive than the actual quake. Okay, number three, what effect did the 1906 earthquake have on earthquake preparedness in San Francisco? Use examples from the text. So this time, to answer this question, the effect was San Francisco didn't give up and quit. They decided to make their buildings and freeways and bridges as earthquake proof as they can. Nothing is entirely earthquake proof, but they tried to make their buildings stronger and their bridges and all their infrastructure better able to handle an earthquake. Okay, and you can find that information on page 549 where it says a shaky future. That's where the text describes some of the things that San Francisco has done to prepare for earthquakes in the future. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.